Hello, it's Jay here again, and welcome to another tutorial. We're carrying on with the Stat GUI, but first we're going to fix some errors. When I first tried to record this video, I realised I'd missed a few things. So we're in the game manager script. And here stat individual height equals screen width divided by 8. Obviously this should be the screen height divided by 8, so let's change that. And if we come here where we define the stat background width equals, and then we have the equation on this line. And here it says stat individual height, where that should be underscore stat background height. So let's just change that there. Let's save this off. We'll come to the choose character manager and let's assign the stat GUI script, and we'll assign some GUI for the foreground and background. So my GUI is available to certain tier Patreon backers. These aren't available as yet, but once I actually finish the stat GUI, I will make them available also to the same tiers on the Patreon. But let's hit play, and we'll just let this run through as normal and we'll see what happens. So there we have our stat background, which is just this line. We have the foreground. We have the level of transparency we wanted. And I've done it this way because I really wanted to make it look like an electronic display. So, but obviously if you want to create your own GUI in a different style, by all means do so. But let's stop that there. So with that fixed, let's come to the stat GUI. And we're going to come to GUI begin group stat background height by height. So this is another error. Should be stat background width by height. So let's save that off, and again we'll just check everything out. And we'll just see how it positions itself on screen. So not a big change, although I may alter the values to make this a little higher. The width is about right for what I want. But with that in place, let's start getting some of the GUI labels into place. So GUI.label in brackets new rect, brackets again, inside the brackets I'm going to enter here. And I've just noted down some values that I've experimented with. So we're going to start with 0 plus 0, and we're going to put in brackets the stat GUI offset times 2. So let's come to the end of the line. We'll comma, we'll enter, we'll say 0, comma, stat individual width, comma, stat individual height. Again, we'll close the brackets off, we'll hit comma, we'll enter, quote marks, and we'll just put stats. And we'll come to the end, we'll close the line off. I'll get rid of the one of the closed brackets there because I ended up putting it in here anyway. So let's just go ahead and quickly put this into the comments. Draw GUI label. At this position, width, and we're just going to copy and paste that below. And of course we'll change that to height. By this dimension width. For the next line, let's copy that. Again, we'll just paste it in and change to height. And print, and I'll put it into the quote marks also, stats. So let's save that off, and we're going to see how that looks now. So we'll just keep letting this run through. So again, we may need some tweaking of values, but that's fine for now. It is working. We are printing stats. And we're going to copy that entire label. And we're going to paste that into robot black. Let's just tidy everything up. And then we can change what needs to be changed, which would be this 0. We're going to say plus. And again, we'll use stat GUI offset. Times 2. And we'll bring that back and print. And I'll put black robot or robot black, whichever way round you wish. Or if you've come up with names for your characters, which I will do. But probably not until the tutorial's all but finished. Simple reason, if I start calling them by name, it may get confusing. Where colour, you can see the colour, you know exactly which robot I'm talking about. So that's the reason why I'm just using the colour of the robot for now. And of course we're changing it to print black robot. Let's save that off. Let's go ahead and hit play again. And as you can see, that's printing quite nicely now. Let's stop that there. So what we can do now is just copy this and we can paste this into every if block. Just the last couple. And we're going to obviously change what was being printed depending on the colour of the robot, so white. Then we want the red robot. And I will tidy up these comments, but I'll do that off camera again. Sorry, that should be blue robot. So, just the last few now. And then we can test out that what being printed is correct depending on which character is being selected at that moment. So let's just save that off again. And probably for the last time in this video, let's run through and test everything. So again, we'll just come to the choose character. So the choose character, we can see stats, black robot is selected, and that's what's being printed. And we'll change and select the white robot, and as you can see, it's changed here also. And I'll just run through all the robots just so you can see. So red, blue, brown, green, pink, and finally gold. So let's stop that there. So now you can see everything we've been doing in the last few lessons is now working, and hopefully you understand how it's working. We'll leave it here for this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time, and as always, until then, bye for now.